Good morning, everyone. Welcome back and welcome to a new week. And in this new week, I think there are some possibilities that we have to allow ourselves to make it a part of our lives in such a way that we begin the year by understanding the difference between indifference and attachment with detachment. So it is to know what it means to be indifferent and what it means to be detached. And detachment doesn't mean that you cannot be attached or love or like a situation. So, what does Radical teach us? Radical teaches us that detachment is not coldness and non attachment is not withdrawal. Think about it. Detachment means there is a presence without being possessive about that, whatever it may be in life. Attachment with detachment means I care deeply, yet I do not collapse if the outcome is not in my favor or if the outcome shifts. Okay? Now, before we begin the affirmations, let us clearly differentiate indifference with from detachment. And this we can do through some real life examples. I think that's the best way to understand it so that our mind understands, and then in future we can test ourselves by saying, am I in an indifference? Am I being indifferent? Or do I know what it means to be detached? So am I being indifferent or am I being detached? Correct. So let's look at some examples to understand this first so that it gets deeper inside you. Suppose somebody, your loved one, someone is emotionally upset, right? Now, when you're indifferent, let's take that example. Let's say your partner, your child, your close friend, someone, relative, co worker, is overwhelmed and very emotional. You mentally switch off. You keep scrolling your phone, avoid conversation, or you say, I don't have the energy for this. I can't waste my time on this. What is happening? Inside, there is a withdrawal. You're withdrawing from it, but there's no peace because you've said it in a either irritated manner or, what the hell, this keeps happening every time. So I don't have the energy for this. I'm out. Don't we say that very often? But if you are detached, you will stay present. You will listen. You don't panic if it is a crisis situation. You don't try to fix. You don't try to preach. Or you don't try to absorb their emotions as your own. This is critical. You understand their emotions, their story, no matter even if it's your child. Their emotions belong to them. My peace and my steadiness belongs to me. So you will look at it with empathy, understanding, etc., but not try to fix or panic or preach or try to absorb it. So what happens here? Care is there, care exists, but without any emotional entanglement. Yeah? So what's the key difference? Indifference avoids making any connections to the situation or the scenario. Detachment holds the connection without drowning in it. If it makes sense, you can give me a thumbs up or a whatever. I mean, why do I have to ask for it every time? Okay. Second example. When you receive criticism or feedback, let's say at work or even at home, when you're working, if you're indifferent, what will your reaction and behavior be? Let's say someone gives you a feedback and it's critical. Yeah. It's not criticism, but it's a critical feedback. And you just shrug it off with arrogance and dismissal. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care what this person says. Who's he to tell me something? Who's she to decide what I feel like? Right? What happens now? Growth stops because nothing is taken in. You did not allow yourself to listen. That maybe there is a message for me in this. You just took it at literally what we call face value and you decided this person is always critical. So I don't care what this person says. That is indifference. But when you're detached, you will listen calmly. Listen means give your time to understand what the person is saying. You will take out from that what is useful and leave what is noise. And don't tie your self-worth to it. So, criticism, feedback, definitely welcome. You will also know where, it is going beyond limits. That's okay. Let the person tell you what they want to. Because you know that, okay, this is something I need to take care of. Rest is all rubbish. You're not being arrogant then, but you allowed yourself to say, if somebody says, you never give an opportunity to someone else to talk. You always want to be the center of attention. You always want to do the talking. Now you can leave the second part out. You always want to be the center of attention. You always do the talking because then your self-worth gets affected. But if the person has said, you know what, you don't allow others to talk, that you can give a thought instead of getting angry and you say, I don't care what you say, I'm not like that, so I don't care. So you extract what is useful. Yeah. So what happens here, in this case, there is no collapse and there is no silent resentment. So in this case, what happens? Indifference rejects input. Detachment filters the input wisely. Yeah. Okay. Next example, let's say in relationship. When relationship changes or when it ends. When you're indifferent, you emotionally shut down. You tell yourself, I don't feel anything anymore. Because you've just blocked your mind to it. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to be pained by it. But when you say, I don't feel anything anymore, what is happening? Underneath, the emotions are frozen. They're not healed. That's the difference. And when you're detached, how will you look at the same situation? You may feel the sadness. You may feel the disappointment and even the grief. Yes, you will. Yet, you don't define your identity by the loss. You allow your emotions to pass through without building a story of victimhood. Okay? Think about it. You may feel the disappointment, the sadness and grief, and you should. Because what can remain later in life in your memory is that something that happened. But if it's still impacting you today and you're crying or you're grudging or your responses are, of anger, of hate, or of jealousy or anything, then it is indifference. It is not detachment. Okay? Now, let's look at some stories, you may have had in childhood and you may have held your parents responsible for something and you still hold a grudge. Because of them, I've not been able to do blah, blah, blah. No. that was supposed to be your path. And there was a brilliance in whatever they were doing. Because they were coming from their own story. And as children, of course, we didn't understand it. But today, you can become detached to it and not allow that to become or still remain a central part of your life, which makes you judge your parents or hate your parents. I mean, I'm saying the strong word hate, some people do. Or not wanting to care for them. What did they do for me that I should do for them? A lot of things come up. I mean, I've just taken a parent's example. So you allow those emotions to pass without building a story of victimhood. So what have you done here to understand the difference? Indifference numbs pain. Okay? Detachment allows the pain without letting it define you. That's the difference. I hope you're getting what I'm saying all this because I've purposely taken examples to explain indifference and detachment. Now, suppose there's a plan that you had made and it doesn't go as expected, as you thought it should go. Let's look at how you would understand it. So the plan collapses and you disengage completely. What's the point? Nothing matters now anyway. The motivation dissolves into total apathy. Next time, if somebody else suggests it again, you say, no point, nothing, it doesn't matter. How does it matter? Because it's not going to happen. Because it's never going to get fulfilled. Because nobody took care or, listened to me when I suggested it. All these thoughts come into our minds. That is being indifferent. But if you are detached, you accept the outcome without blaming yourself, people, or life. Right? You adjust, you realign, and move forward. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, as I was saying, when you are detached in such a situation where you feel nothing matters anyway, that is indifference. What do? You accept the outcome without blaming yourself, the people, or life, as I said. You adjust, realign, and move forward with clarity. Certain plans are meant to just, let's say, fail. So instead of hoping on to that plan that, if that had happened, then this would have been better, then I could have done this, then that would have been better. No, it was not to happen. Let's look at another plan. Or let's look at it another way. Because then you will have more clarity as to how to move forward. Because what is happening here, the effort remains. But the obsession that you had with that plan, that drops. Yeah. So, in this case, what happens? Indifference teaches you to give up. Detachment realigns, reorients, and recalibrates that same situation with calm intelligence. So, maybe it is the same thing, but you may look at it out of the box in another way without getting emotionally disturbed. Yeah? Now, we often face this where someone disagrees with us strongly, very strongly. They disagree. It could be arguments, it could be debates, it could be just your children, and many other situations. If you're indifferent, you will dismiss the other person mentally. They're stupid. I don't care. They're selfish. How does it matter to me? It's their problem. Here you're thinking that they are selfish. How does it matter to me? So ego comes in here and it quietly keeps hardening you up, making you even more sort of, wall up in whatever way it may be, because you have dismissed the other person mentally completely. They're stupid. I don't care. Yeah. But if you're detached, you will listen. Even if there's a disagreement, you will listen without the urge to convince or convert. You will stay rooted in your truth without needing approval. It would be fine. I mean, that's your view. It's fine, or that's your way of looking at things. But for me, this is what holds good, and that's okay. It's fine. You do that, I do. You do you, I do me. So what happens? Respect exists even in disagreement. Doesn't mean that you cut off relations with that person because that person is always arguing with you or not in agreement with you. Yeah. So, here, what is indifference and detachment teaching us? In this case, indifference is a point of disrespect, and detachment respects without surrendering yourself. Yourself. Okay? Enough examples now. Just remember, indifference is emotional shutdown. Detachment is emotional maturity. Indifference says, I don't care. Detachment says, I care, but I don't cling on to it. So I hope this brings in a lot of clarity for you. So keeping all this in mind, we will now enter into a space where love remains, control dissolves, and peace becomes internal and not conditional. Remember again, indifference disconnects, detachment stabilizes. Okay? So now with this understanding, let's move to our affirmations. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you take the breath, feel your whole body relaxing, your mind relaxing, your body relaxing. You are completely at ease. Your shoulders are at ease. Your neck is relaxed. Your body feels comfortable. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out all that is holding you back. Breathe in detachment. Breathe out indifference. Return to normal breathing. Invoke your healing masters, healing guides, healing angels, your higher consciousness, radical consciousness, love consciousness, prosperity consciousness, your teachers, mentors, gurus, and guides, and all the frequencies that you resonate with. Seek their guidance, seek their support, seek their understanding, seek their wisdom to learn to master the difference between indifference and detachment as you continue your journey on life's path in an easy and effortless manner to connect to the eternal consciousness and the prime resource energy. Collect all your thoughts wherever they are in the universe. See them entering you, centering you. And when you feel centered, let's begin the affirmations. You can recite with me or after me, but note each affirmation as you breathe in and breathe out. With soul's love, I allow connection without clinging. With soul's love, I allow connection without clinging. With soul's love, I allow connection without clinging. With soul's love, I release outcomes while honoring effort. With soul's love, I release outcomes while honoring effort. With soul's love, I release outcomes while honoring effort. With soul's love, I stay present without needing control. With soul's love, I stay present without needing control. With soul's love, I stay present without needing control. With soul's love, I love fully without losing myself. With soul's love, I love fully without losing myself. With soul's love, I permit change without resistance. With soul's love, I permit change without resistance. With soul's love, I permit change without resistance. With soul's love, I observe emotions without becoming them. With soul's love, I observe emotions without becoming them. With soul's love, I observe emotions without becoming them. With soul's love, I trust life beyond my expectations. With soul's love, I trust life beyond my expectations. With soul's love, I trust life beyond my expectations. With soul's love, I respond calmly instead of reacting compulsively. With soul's love, I respond calmly instead of reacting compulsively. With soul's love, I respond calmly without reacting compulsively. With soul's love, I allow people to be as they are. With soul's love, I allow people to be as they are. With soul's love, I allow people to be as they are. With soul's love, I loosen my grip on certainty. With soul's love, I loosen my grip on certainty. With soul's love, I loosen my grip on certainty. With soul's love, I remain steady in shifting circumstances. With soul's love, I remain steady in shifting circumstances. With soul's love, I remain steady in shifting circumstances. With soul's love, I release the need to be validated. With soul's love, I release the need to be validated. With soul's love, I release the need to be validated. With soul's love, I choose peace over trying to prove a point. With soul's love, I choose peace over trying to prove a point. With soul's love, I choose peace over trying to prove a point. With soul's love, I accept and embrace impermanence as wisdom. With soul's love, I accept and embrace impermanence as wisdom. With soul's love, I accept and embrace impermanence as wisdom. With soul's love, I let go and let flow without bitterness. With soul's love, I let go and let flow without bitterness. With soul's love, I let go and let flow without bitterness. With soul's love, I stay rooted even when all my bonds evolve. With soul's love, I stay rooted even when all my bonds evolve. With soul's love, I stay rooted even when all my bonds evolve. With soul's love, I welcome endings as natural pauses. With soul's love, I welcome endings as natural pauses. With soul's love, I welcome endings as natural pauses. With soul's love, I honor and dignify effort without obsession. With soul's love, I honor and dignify effort without obsession. With soul's love, I honor and dignify effort without obsession. With soul's love, I remain compassionate without self-sacrifice. With soul's love, I remain compassionate without self-sacrifice. With soul's love, I remain compassionate without self-sacrifice. With soul's love, I value and allow silence without fear. With soul's love, I value and allow silence without fear. With soul's love, I value and allow silence without fear. With soul's love, I stay engaged yet unattached. With soul's love, I stay engaged yet unattached. With soul's love, I stay engaged yet unattached. With soul's love, I surrender what I cannot carry. With soul's love, I surrender what I cannot carry. With soul's love, I surrender what I cannot carry. With soul's love, I trust the timing of the universe beyond my own mind. With soul's love, I trust the timing of the universe beyond my own mind. With soul's love, I trust the timing of the universe beyond my own mind. With soul's love, I am free while I am still connected. With soul's love, I am free while I am still connected. With soul's love, I am free while I am still connected. Keep your eyes closed and just absorb what I'm going to say next, which is the quiet power of detachment. Detachment is not distance, it is inner spaciousness. You are creating space within yourself for a lot more to be absorbed, cherished, handled with grace, wisdom, dignity, and integrity. When when attachment is softened by awareness, love becomes lighter, choices become cleaner, and peace stops depending on outcomes. Because attachment has been softened by awareness. Let this help you to care deeply without collapsing, love fully without gripping or holding on, and let you stand rooted while life moves freely around you. Become that tree which grows and grows and really blooms to be able to provide the shade of detachment for others to prosper. See these messages entering your mind, body, and soul. Every cell, every fiber, every chakra, every muscle, every tissue, every organ of your body. See it aligning you, synchronizing you, making you feel that you're sitting up straighter, knowing that you have understood what it means to be detached. And when you feel aligned and completely synchronized, rub your palms together, massage your face, your scalp, your neck, your shoulders, Your body, your legs, your feet. Feel your feet connected to Mother Earth, giving you that sense of grounding and being rooted, while your whole body is relaxed and open to absorb the art of detachment. And when you feel a sense of completion, you can open your eyes. Take your time. Thank you, Neha. Any thoughts, any feelings? Thank you, Srividya. Any thoughts, any feelings, any observations in yourself? Anything?
Excellent session. Excellent.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Shana.
Absolutely
Thank you.
beautiful, Auntie.
Thank you. Yeah, Sarika, were you saying something?
Absolutely beautiful, I said.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you, Shalu. Thank you, Sarika. Wow, so many thank yous today. How nice. It's nice. It's not nice for me, it's nice for you because you invited it in your space. So let me see what the. Wow, who's that, Sarika? Parmita says, thank you, Shalu, thank you, Sagari. Darshana says, timely, okay. Then what else is there? Darshana says, okay. Usha says, thank you. This focus something deep, thank you. That's Neha Malik. Snigdha says, thank you, Srividya, thank you, ma'am. Just love the examples for indifference and detachment. Palak, hi, Palak. Thank you very much. Thank you, Palak, for also being here. Any thoughts, any feelings, any questions, any reactions, any emotions that surfaced, or anything you'd like to share from what you understood of this? This, of course, the recording will be there and it'll be available. Sarika says, eagerly awaiting for today's recording. Oh, yes, of course, it'll be there. And but anything you'd like to share? Nidhi says something shifted in me. All right. So I hope now you'll be able to, master, understand the difference between indifference and detachment. And when I keep saying attachment with detachment, of course, I give the example of the little baby who's learning to crawl. But the fact remains that that can't be the only example, but that's one of the biggest examples, right? And in your life now, start measuring in your own self, where it is that you really need to be detached, and you'll find hundreds of places, hundreds of situations, hundreds of reasons, petty, small, big, large, there where you need to detach. So, yes, that would be very important. And once you have done that, half your healing is done. You have to forgive so many people in your life. You have to forgive so many situations in your life. Once you understand it, and you say, what was I doing? Why was I holding on to this? And that happens. So that would be really marvelous. Yes, Srividya, you have a question?
No, ma'am. For me, the realization was I thought being indifferent is the one, the good one. Like, I'm not getting affected. But in today's recitation, I understood it is just like escapism. I'm not dealing it with. I'm not being emotionally mature. So that understanding hit me. So now I think I have to observe going forward. Am I being indifferent or am I being detached? So that was a very big realization for me, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Because thank you
Yeah.
for your example, because indifference is escapism. But in the
Yeah.
process, what do? You hold on to all the hurts, you hold on to all the pain, you hold on to all the anguish inside you. I don't care. The way your shoulders
Yeah.
go is enough to say, that there is something that you're holding on and you're just trying to brush it off. And that is not a
Yeah.
healthy thing for anyone. Yes, Ramandeep. Thank you, Srividya. Yes, Ramandeep.
Ma'am, one of the statements that I choose peace over proving my point,
Yeah.
that it's so difficult for me to accept because I feel if I don't prove my point that I've not proved my worth,
Mm-hmm.
that or am I not good enough to convince someone to believe in whatever I feel is right.
Right.
So though I understand what it means, but it's very difficult to accept it.
Yeah, because there is another statement about wanting to be validated.
Yeah.
There's one statement that I've made. So it's all
Yes.
connected. The point is, remember, I have said it earlier also, and I say it again. Your soul has come down for various experiences. And mind you, whatever you are experiencing in your life is meant to happen. It is bound to happen. It will continue to happen till it is hammered into you that, okay, now let go. The day you let go, the experience will be over. The soul experience. It will close one chapter, move to the next. Okay? And that is why, because there are many, many reasons that I held, why me, over my life period, there were many experiences. My life has not been easy at all. It's been walking on nails right from childhood till today. Not now, I mean, till whenever it was. Today, when I look back at all, though, of course, it took a lifetime because I was always in why me? Why am I going through this? Why am I being pushed into this? Why is this happening to me? Why? So that those whys, when they got converted, and today those incidents haven't changed, no? Those situations that I have as a memory are there. But it doesn't impact me. In fact, I've started looking at it in a different way and understanding, oh, if that hadn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened. If this didn't happen, then I wouldn't be where I am. If this didn't happen, then the chart, the journey,
ये कपड़ा भी चेंज कर दो, बहुत गंदा हो रहा है.
the journey that it keeps happening, that progress and growth, you will start seeing yourself. Sit down with yourself and look back. What all are you holding on to? Why do you need to be validated? There's no reason. If you are with your truth, and truth doesn't mean coming from a space of ego. That's what we have to understand. It can't be coming from a space of ego. There have to be situations where you have to understand the other person too. You have to listen to the other person too. You have to
Yeah.
respond to the other person too. You can't just be my way or the highway. And that's what we do mostly, because we think we know it all. No, we don't. We are being made to experience the highway with all its speed breakers and gaddas and bypasses and underpasses and accidents and everything. So that is what it is. And that highway can only be driven when we know that the GPS system that is guiding us, even if it is taking us from a longer route, will bring us to our destination despite the smaller roads, despite the by lanes, despite the crowded lanes, everything that comes in between, despite the cows sitting in the middle of the road, and you can't move, you're just stuck there. Try as best as you can't move those cows. So what do? You have to look for solutions. You can't keep cursing the cows. Right? So yeah, this is just an example, and I hope it clarifies for you, Ramandeep. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Neha says the soul stuff statements were like a blueprint to help implement what I've always known, that is, be detached and not indifferent, but found hard to actually practice. Yeah, that goes for all of us, Neha. And as Srividya said, that we rely on escapism. We make escapism our path and think that's the right way. But if anything that you are escaping from, and if you're having a feeling below it, fine, I don't care. But the moment you say that, and he made me go through this, she made me go through this, I'll never forget it. What are we doing? There are emotions below that. Those emotions need to be released. That can be just done with R5 also, very simple. Whatever the emotion, I R5 this, I R5 that, blah, blah, everything out. And that will help us progress. Yeah? Wow, it's been such a brilliant thing today, and I'm very happy that this happened. By the way, this happened for a reason, which once I switch off the recording, I will talk to you if you are interested in listening. Otherwise, then you can sign off, okay? So thank you, and this is officially, thank you very much for being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, so